Today I'm gonna try to get pointed panel illustrated, and the first thing we've got to do is identify the 4 stitches that are going to become the center of the point, or the center of the panel. You could do a 2-stitch or a 4-stitch or even a 6-stitch, depending how rounded you want your point. I did that by, this is the blue, where this star is right here is the blue needle. Can't see it because it's down in the machine. I just counted 20 over this way, or I could have gone from the 4th white one around to get the 20 on this side. And I know that 19 and 20, if I'm doing 4 stitches, this is 19 and 20, and this is 19 and 20 coming this way. First thing you have to do is cast on, and I had trouble with the weave type cast on, so I'm going to do a quick crochet cast on because it stayed on the needles better. And I'm going to do it in Fire Engine Red, so hopefully it'll show up good. I've got my red yarn now. I've put a clip on the end that I'll drop down in a minute. I've got just an overhand loop. I'm going to put my crochet hook in. The source, I'm going to pull out my markers. I'm going to wrap the source yarn around there. Take that yarn, pull it through the loop. Do it on the next needle. Got to move the machine a little bit. Get that next needle up. Okay, that's the 3rd one. I got a loop. So all I need to do is put that loop on that 4th needle right there. And that's my crochet cast on. I'm going to drop my clothespin down with that on there. Now this is the last crochet, and I'm going to go past it. I don't want the source yarn wants to come this way, but if I thread my yarn guide yet, it'll catch it again. I don't want it to do that, so I'm going to get on past that and then come behind it and go ahead and thread that. Now I'm just going to do 1 row on the 4 because I probably want to undo that loopy row, that loopy first row. So I'm just going to go on past that, then come back and knit those stitches there. Alright, now this would be, what we're going to be doing is a series of casting on an extra stitch at the beginning of every row, basically, is how we get this wedge shape going. And since this is the last one that's knitted, and this is going to be my first new stitch right here, I want to come on by, and as soon as that thread slides down behind the gate peg of beside the new stitch I want, I know I can go ahead and come back. And this is going to be the new one here. It's hard to see sitting. I sometimes have to stand to really see it well. So go ahead and come down, and there we go. Come on back. Take that slack out as that slides off the gate peg. Right, this is the new stitch, so this is the gate peg that I'm going to be watching. Come back. New stitch, watch this gate peg, and come on back. I'm going to keep doing this until I get a little bit more done and come back. 10 minutes isn't a very long time. A little different camera angle. I really want to make sure that you can see. I hope that the camera picks up this gate peg thing. This is my last knit stitch. This is going to be the needle that increases. And when this thread goes under there, I can start to come back. I've already started to come back. And See how that yarn slips? This is really sets up the wrap, but it's got a little bit too much yarn in there. And if you don't take that slack out, you get loopier side edges. I'll show you that in a little bit. As we come around to this side, I tried to miss that stitch. Did you see that? Probably got pulled a little hard on the yarn. Okay, so I'm coming around. This is the last knit. This is going to be an increase. We're almost to the end of this panel, but see, I wait till that gate peg right there drops. The thread drops on that gate peg, under that gate peg, to set up the wrap. As it comes back, I make very sure that those knit. Oh, we filled up the whole thing. I'm to my stop, and I'm going to knit a few more rows. I do want you to notice this gate peg. I know I keep hammering on this, but now that we're at the full thing, this is the first one that's going to knit. And see how the source yarn is under that gate peg? That's how you know when it's okay to come back. When the stitch, the last stitch of your panel, whether it be 5 stitches wide or 40 stitches wide, when that gate peg has got the source yarn under it, you can reverse the machine and start back on the next row. I'm going to knit a few rows and come back and show you the results. The panel is off the machine, and I just wanted you to see about the size of the point before it gets up to about the maximum 40 stitches. And this was the beginning cast on, crochet cast on edge, and the sides are a little loopy from that increase of 1 stitch every row. Some more loopy if I didn't pull it enough, but I think that would neaten up very nice with a row of single crochet. I do think that it's a little bit more difficult than what could be done on a flatbed machine. I tried to tame the curl on the sides with a fisherman's rib like you see on this panel that I knit on the bond, and you can see that this wants to curl and this lays nice and flat. And even though I tried to do it, I could not get it right on the innovations. And this is a 3-panel afghan I did that they're about 40 stitches wide. Baby afghan that I did as seam as you go, and it's just much easier to do the stitch manipulations on a flatbed machine. If you want to try this on your innovations, but if you have a flatbed machine, I definitely think it's more suited to this style of work. But it was a nice exercise, and I'm glad I did it. Hope you enjoy.